Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. If you're doing well with that, having a wonderful 10th January for another 10 minutes before it's 20. Very nervous today, very nervous because TikTok is closing and we're digesting the news. So welcome to the vehicle on this 10th of January for another 10 minutes until it becomes the 11th of January 2025. Today we're answering our first comment because I wanted to do more video answer of comments. We're applying to Fade of Justice, my good homies. Been a follower of the channel, been a friend for a couple of months, so of course, shout out. So this is the answer to this is a comment on a video that I was talking about. Please do not give up. I was talking about how I had a friend that came in and she was like, "Hey, I don't want to be. I'm suffering. I'm dealing with a lot of shit." And it was really about being there for that person. It was really about taking care of a friend in need. So I was telling you, hey, I give that advice. I don't know if it helped. Maybe I can give that advice to other people. Hopefully, this advice helped. So the comment is, I agree, man. It definitely is worth living. You have to fight for what you want in life. It took me a long time to get where I am now. And I can say I'm happy I made it this far. See, it's such a cool mentality. It's such a different mentality. So part of it's complicated. It's more psychological, but I agree with the comments. I feel good seeing this. It's not necessarily reassuring, because you don't expect people to have depression or fighting with mental illness. So you're surrounding yourself. Well, you're not surrounding yourself, but you're thinking that a lot of people that are in your life are doing well when they're not doing well, right? And seeing that, it's such a different mentality because you're in a position where part of life is not fighting a lot of battles, choosing your battles to fight. It's about knowing when to let go, knowing how to do it, and there's just almost contradictory feeling of, do I have to fight for what I want, or do I just let life go, let life be? I'm a huge believer in fate. I'm a huge believer in anything that's going to happen is supposed to happen. If shitty things are meant to happen to you, they're gonna happen. But if those shitty things are meant to happen to you, so you fight and then you learn something, you accepting that this is your fate, you accepting that this is your future, kind of contradicts this, right? So you have these people, this mentality of, no, you know what? This is not a battle I want to fight. This is not an argument I want to have. This is not something that is important. This is a small thing. This is a small occurrence in a small space-time continuum, and this is the good timeline, right? We were watching Rick and Morty today, so pretty thinking about that, right? And there's this other mentality where you're like, hey, I want to fight for what I have. I want to fight for everything that I can, and it's such a beautiful thing because it's mental health is, or wanting to fight for it's such a beautiful thing in the sense of one of my best friend, he has a new kids, shout out Infected Mushroom, and he showed me a picture of the kid, and one of my first thoughts was like, this is a fucking universe, this is a fucking this little human being that fits in the palm of your hand. Well, maybe not in the palm of your hand, but you can lift it with one arm. He's gonna go through his entire life. He's gonna go through the next 80 years. He's gonna have those thoughts. He's gonna have those experiences. He's gonna have those adversity. He's gonna have those victories, those failures, right? And you realize that little bun of meat is his entire universe, and you realize that even though you know that person is gonna suffer, it's a baby and it's pure and it's innocent, and you're like, wow, that's life. It's the miracle of life. The miracle of life is, yes, procreation, right? But it's the miracle of life is a tiny bit of sperm goes into an ovaries, creates a life, and that life is thrown into chaos, which is the world. And chaos is often seen as negative, but it's not negative. It's the so chaos theory, the eventuality that something bad's gonna happen in a perfect life, right? And you know that that baby's gonna suffer, but you know that he's gonna have those victories, and that's the mentality I want to follow. Mental health mental health. I'm 21 years old, right? You guys know. So actually, I had a couple of struggle with mental health. I had a couple. Tokyo, go break the chains. I had a couple of struggle with pain. I had a couple of struggle with suicidal thoughts. And yes, TikTok is going to be closing, so I can say suicide, 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 right? Um, and there's multiple version of Inky. There's this very young Inky who thought that life was gonna get better, that time was gonna heal all wounds. There's this little Inky that would let the world step on him because here I was okay, here I was strong, right? But it's not necessarily, and itself is the classic fight or flight, right? In itself, you resistant or you understanding that your mental capacity to endure pain and adversity is in itself fighting. It's not running away. It's okay, well, I'm gonna endure, I'm gonna endure, I'm gonna endure. And then adversity change you and you're like, okay, well, and maybe a better person. I had a couple of people that told me shut the fuck up and I needed that. I had couple of people say, hey, you're too immature, and I needed that. I had a couple of people tell me you're too fat, and I needed that. You know, and this adversity is a great thing, but is it worth sacrificing your mental health? You know, that's what I'm trying to say with the fight or flight thing, fight or flight, and itself, mental health or surviving or being alive right here, right now. My life right now is better. It's better because I had those attempts. I made those attempts. I had a desire to wake up, right? And the desire to not to wake up, if I had to redo it, I would never feel that. But because I would never feel that, I wouldn't be the person that's in front of you today, you know? And life is worth living because life is full of, once again, it's full of chaos. There's days that are going to be great. There's going to be shitty. And that's part of life, you know? And it's up to you to control your reality. It's up to you to recreate, it's up to you to control the people that surround you, the places that you go to. So if you're going to a job that you know that's highly toxic, well, you're kind of putting yourself in a situation where you're faced with toxicity, right? But then you're placed in a situation, or you go to a place where you know that nothing's gonna happen to you. For example, the comfort of this apartment. I've been in this apartment for 12 years. There's complete months where I didn't leave this apartment. I would stay indoor. I would stay inside. Inside was safety, right? But that safety made me kind of weak because it improved or pushed um, ahead the feeling of denial of, well, I don't have adversity, so I must be right. No, you don't have adversity because you're not facing people, right? And see, I think that's the beauty of what you're saying. We're still answering the comment, and I know we're kind of getting off track. We're getting on track. We're going to A, B, C, and D, but that's exactly it. That's life. You cannot pretend. You cannot predict. Today, I went to a live a person, right? And there was a hater. One of the haters in his life was saying like, "Hey, I liked all of your videos," and it was tough because, oh my god, I'm gonna sound like a wuss. I'm gonna sound like a wussy, but it's this is the story about the live is a direct answer to the fight or flight, right? So I go to the live of the person, and there's a troll that says, "I like all of your videos. I'm gonna fuck up your algorithm," right? And the guy didn't understand. So I said I was talking to him via the text, but he wasn't understanding, and I was getting insulted by another person. Another person is like, "Oh, you're nuts. You're fucking lost. You're not well in your mind to talk about this, right?" And I said, "Okay, well maybe I should go in the live talk in the live. That way I can explain myself better because maybe it's better talking voice, right?" And then I was trying to help. Then when I left, the host, I wasn't even gone. He said, "Oh, this guy is complicated, right?" And I was not mad at the host because I was disappointed. I was annoyed at the host because I'm like, dude, I'm trying to help you. Even if you don't understand, I would say I'm trying to help you, right? But then you realize that you put yourself in this situation, right? So yeah, part of fighting, part of being alive is putting yourself in a situation where there's this survival mode that's going on. There's this survival instinct that takes over, and that's the fighting part. That's the fighting of I've been through shit, but I made it out. And that's the beauty of life. This is what we're talking about here. This is not giving up. This is fighting on. This is being alive every single day. This is choosing to wake up every single day. Right? That's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.